There are a few things in this world which improve with age. Cheese, some wines, ultramarathoners. But generally human beings begin to deteriorate in middle age, that gradual descent into physical infirmity, and the slide away from mental acuity. Muscles waste away, arteries harden, prostates grow. Any cockiness I used to have about my overall health is gradually fading. But what about motorbikes? Conventional wisdom is that parts wear out, engines lose power, bearings get sloppy, handling and brakes become less reliable and effective. It's a gradual slide from the showroom to the wrecker's yard. Does this have to be true? Engines can be rebuilt, bearings can be replaced, cables, brake pads, seats, lights, gears, just about anything can be replaced or repaired to bring a bike back into fully functioning condition. Take my Eldorado for example. Over the years and well over 100,000 miles, its gearbox and fork springs have been replaced. It no longer has the rear shocks that came from the factory. The cylinders and conrods are new. The cylinder heads are from a later bike. It's a ship of Theseus, a George Washington's axe. We live in a throwaway culture, where anything that isn't the latest version of the shiniest, newest thing gets replaced as soon as it's tarnished. In motorcycles, this usually means some new machine with more tech, wizardry, and improved everything. But before I'm accused of being a Luddite and a modern bike hater, which I'm not, I should explain what I mean. And by the way, this isn't a recommendation to abandon your slick new bike and rush out to buy the first old wreck you come across. Nor is it an advert for Motor Goodsies. This is a personal tale of good fortune, persistence, and payoff. Of sticking with what you've got through a host of irritations and minor disasters, until we've reached a minor plateau of reliability and contentment. On this May the 18th, I decided to ride some of the Ride the Highlands Gravel Crusher Adventure Loop. It's a 538-kilometre backroads route of gravel roads, paved sections, and small bush roads, part of which lie only 40 kilometres from my back door. As you can see, it was a lovely day. The sun was shining, the air was clear, and those annoying black flies and mosquitoes hadn't really started their annual search for mammalian blood. The bike was running perfectly. I'd recently made some minor adjustments to the carbs and seemed to have hit that sweet spot where she takes off evenly, runs with smoothness and power, and ticks over with metronomic precision. After riding through the hamlet of Maberley, I headed for the Fagan Lake and Doran roads, following the GPX track on my phone software. I understand when people talk about the bike disappearing beneath you, so that it feels as though you're just floating through the air, and occasionally I've used similar words myself. Today, though, I was fully conscious of the bike beneath me. The sound, the feel, the little wiggles she gives when hitting a pothole. The way I can slow down for a loose corner, dropping down almost to stall speed, with the revs hovering barely above idle, then gently power on, the bike chugging back up the revs as that massive flywheel maintains momentum. I must admit the Doran Road has become rather a favourite of mine. It's just a small bush road through the forest, but there are corners and small hills to keep the ride engaging, and the charming little Fall River at about the halfway point. After the quiet interlude on the Doran Road, the Gravel Crusher route leaves the gravel behind for a while, for a long stretch of paved road through farmland to Carlton Place and Pakenham. I'd wanted to have a look at the bridge and river at Pakenham, then find some lunch. but my lunch was delayed by two bike-curious folks who were attracted to the parked Guzzi. Older bikes seemed to draw the inquisitive, and my well-patinated, clearly used Eldorado is a bit of a magnet. More broad gravel roads heading west and south brought me to the Snai and California roads, heading towards Tatlock. These are lovely winding roads through the forest, and I suppose an accident or any mechanical problems or a flat tire could quickly become an issue. But the bike was running superbly, giving me no cause for concern, especially since I had a comprehensive tool roll in my bag, and simple bikes like this are easy to get running again if there's a problem. For once I wasn't carrying anything to fix a flat. If that happened, I'd cross that bridge if I came to it. Someone would eventually be along. My apologies for the fuzzy screen. I splattered a bug along the way and didn't notice it on the camera lens. This section of the California road is about 19 kilometers long. These were the only people I saw. And then it was time to head home. Wonderful bike, mechanically satisfying, comfortable, soul-soothing. She just keeps getting better and better the older she gets, and the more I ride her. Please like, subscribe, and comment. My books are available on Amazon and Audible. Just search for Nick Adams Motorcycle. Thanks for watching.